What's good, y'all? It's your boy Jones here on Jones for Sports. We make sports better. Now, today I want to talk about the AFC and NFC championship games that we just watched this past weekend. Some really good games. Both went into double OT. Really good, really exciting games. I just want to dissect it and tell you the keys to why each team won and why each team lost. But before we do that, if y'all new to this, you already know, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. And we're going to get into it. It's your boy Jones. Jones for Sports. Let's do this.
Jones for Sports.
Jones for Sports. Jones for Sports.
We make sports better.
We make sports better.
Make sports better.
Jones for Sports, we make sports better.
So first, let's get into the NFC championship game. The Rams visiting the New Orleans Saints. Very good game. Went down to the wire to OT. Had a controversial call towards the end of the fourth quarter. But before we get into it, let's start from the beginning. The Saints started off hot as we expected. We expected it to be loud in there, and it sure was. We saw the Rams. They couldn't hear anything. Goff had to come up and tell his linemen what to do. Linemen were telling each other they had to look side to side and figure out what was being called and what their assignments were. So it was really loud out there in the Superdome. And that was definitely, I would say, helped the Saints get off to the early start. But if you look at the first two series, you got to put those drives into the end zone. You got to put up 6 points and not 3 points each time. I think I tweeted it right after the second drive of the Saints, after Goff threw an interception and they kicked the field goal, that those two series, even though the Saints had the momentum and they put up points, they only put up 6 points. So if you can do that against the Saints, that's going to help you. And I think that gave that Rams team and as a whole some confidence that they only gave up 3 on each drive. They you've heard me say it plenty of times when my Cowboys bend but don't break, and that's what they did. And I think that's what kept them in the game. If those are 14 points, we might be talking about a different outcome, honestly. And because I think if you put up 6 points or 7 points, it puts a lot more pressure onto the Rams offense and defense to make stops and to put up more points on every possession. And you don't have to, but you start to become one-dimensional when you fall back with a big lead. And they did that the first time they played them, and they had to throw the ball a lot. But this time, they didn't get into a big deficit. They closed the gap, and it was 13-10 at halftime. And I thought, again, that was a big win for the Rams. I said, if they can keep it close, it's gonna be a dogfight, and it's gonna come down to the wire. And it sure did. The second half, they definitely turned it up. The Saints did not look the same. People have been saying it since the Cowboys game that team has not been the same Rams team that we're used to seeing. Sorry, not the Rams, the Saints team. Not the same Saints team that we've seen before. So, Breeze didn't have a good game. He missed some throws. The Rams were smart by keeping Thomas under wraps. I think he only had 4 catches, probably less than 50 yards, I'm pretty sure. Those were really, really big key plays. Like I said before the game, the key would be to run the ball for the Saints, for both teams, but mainly for the Saints. If they wanted to win that game, they would have to run the ball and keep Breeze comfortable back there, and not have to force throws and do things like that. But that Rams defense, they really put the clamps on those guys, Talib, and I forgot the other corner's name, but they did their job. They kept everyone under wraps. They kept the two-headed monsters, running backs for the Saints, under check. I think that was big. I think when you really look at it as a whole, besides the controversial call, which I'll get into, the Rams won that game more than the Saints lost it. Now, if you want to fast forward to the controversial call, the no call, sorry, by the refs that was in the fourth quarter. I forgot how much time, less than a minute. I'm pretty sure, maybe around a minute. You gotta throw that flag, man. That was blatant. That was clear as day. I can understand. It looked like it could have been a bang bang play in real time. I can understand where you see that, but you gotta throw the flag on that. I think it was just too easy of a call to make, man. I mean, yes, it could have been bang bang, but no. Not only was it pass interference, it was head to head. The dude cracked him. I mean, just from the hit, you can tell. Just from the hit, the dude flew around with his body whipping around because he got hit in the head. I mean, that's a really bad call. I think there was a lot of calls that were missed in that game that could have made a difference in the outcome of the game. But at the end of the day, you can't blame the refs. There's going to be calls that are going to be made, and there are going to be calls that are going to be missed. Now, this one was a really big one because it could have made a difference for the Saints. They would have got the ball at the 5-yard line, I believe, and most likely would have probably, you know what? I'm not even going to say most likely would have punched it in for 7 because, like I said, they had out of 5 drives in the red zone, they only scored twice. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they only scored twice. So 2 out of 5, that's not good. That's not good. So, but still, even then, if they would have been able to put up 3 points, that would have left the Rams with, less than a minute to go. And I'll be honest, I don't trust Goff well enough to think that he would been able to drive down the field and get the job done. Maybe put up 3 points or get 6. It's possible. I'm not going to say the guy's a scrub and he has no weapons because he's got weapons. He's got a lot of guys. But Gurley wasn't healthy yesterday. We seen him, not yesterday, Sunday. He wasn't his normal self. We seen him on the sideline a lot. Anderson, he wasn't the back that we seen against the Cowboys and what we seen, a couple weeks ago. He just didn't seem the same. So I can't say that Goff would have got the job done. Now, he's got some good receivers with Cook and Woods. But, again, I just don't believe in him that much to get that job done. I think the Saints defense is good enough to know in a position like that, hey, we can't give up no big plays. So those are my thoughts on that game. I was wrong on my outcome. But, again, congratulations to the Rams. You guys are going to Super Bowl 53. There ain't shit I can say about that. I got to give respect when respect is due. So that's what that is. Now, going on to the next game, the Chiefs and the Patriots down in Arrowhead was a very good game. Looked like it was going to be a low-scoring game the way it started. Patriots came out with a fast start as usual, as expected. But you got to give the Chiefs defense credit. They kept it close like they needed to. They didn't get down as big as they did the first time they met them. They kept it close, and that second half was amazing. That second half was just unbelievable. I didn't know that I knew they could do it, but I wasn't sure it was going to happen. Not on this big stage. I thought they were, they probably would feel defeated, and you got a young quarterback in Mahomes and never been in this position before, so I didn't know what to expect. But they came out in the second half and really lit a fire on their asses and got going, and that's what you need to do. It's the AFC Championship. You're going up against the GOATs and the Patriots, and you got to bring your A game. And there's 2 tails to a football game. It's the first half and second half. And first half wasn't pretty, but second half, they brought it back and forced OT. And they were close. I'm not going to take anything away from the Patriots. I think they were good. I think they were great. Tom Brady showed his GOATness. But, again, he wasn't great. He wasn't perfect. I don't want to say he wasn't great, but I'm not going to say he was perfect. He missed some plays out there, and but what makes him great is he can make up for those plays, and he sure did. He made up for those plays, and you got to tip your hat to him. When it comes to Mahomes, he as well missed some plays out there that could have been a difference in this game. I think there were about maybe 2 touchdowns, possibly. That there was definitely one that he missed, a wide open. Uh, I don't know if it was Watkins or Hill, but he missed someone wide open that was going to walk in the end zone. You can't miss those throws. You can't. Not on this stage. It's just too big of a stage. I think if he would have made those throws, those accurately, that we might be talking about a different game here. But he didn't. It happens. He's young. This is a first year starter. I think they'll be back at it next year again. Hopefully they can keep everyone together. And it just crumbles that way. When it's an OT, once they said that the Patriots won the toss, I already knew it was over. You can't give Tom Brady one shot to go win the game because he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's proven it too many times. He's got the weapons. He's got the smartness to not make bad plays, not turn over the ball in those situations. He's done it time over and time over. So you got to tip your hat to that guy, and that's why he's the GOAT, and he's going to his 9th appearance in the Super Bowl, more than any franchise has been to the Super Bowl. No team has been to the Super Bowl more than 8. Tom Brady alone has been to 9. Is going to 9. I mean, that's crazy. Just think about that. That's impressive. And I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not a Tom Brady fan. Like, I respect the dude, but I'm not a fan. I hate the Patriots. I don't want to see them win. But what can you do? These guys been doing this since 2001. And no one's stopping them. So I can't say anything. I can't. I want someone to stop them, but I can't. So it is what it is. Patriots going to the Super Bowl. Congratulations to Tom Brady, Patriots, Bill Belichick. You guys are going to go down as the greatest coach and quarterback to ever live. Yeah, I said it. I don't want to say it, but I got to say it. So it is what it is. It was a great weekend, though. I loved both games. They were fun to watch. And stay tuned because next week I will have my predictions for the Super Bowl. Who will win, who's going home with the L. And that's it, man. It's your boy Jones here on Jones for Sports. Again, hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment. Please leave a comment if y'all haven't. I want to hear what y'all think. And, we can get the conversation going. Maybe y'all be up here with me talking about it. So, it's your boy Jones here on Jones for Sports. Peace.